afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to all our wonderful guests. It's been a long time between events this year. As you know, our last event was on the 18th of March 2020, just before lockdown. I trust that you have all kept safe and well during this strange and difficult year of COVID. As you know, our mission is to support children from disadvantaged schools and those with disabilities to enable them to participate in special programs at the Sydney Opera House. Our fundraising this year has been a little more difficult than usual, as we've not been able to gather together to raise as much money as we would have liked. On the 15th of June this year, we made an early donation of $5,000 to the Sydney Opera House. Today we are delighted to have to present a further cheque to Janelle, and I'll call Janelle up in a minute, to further our cause. I'll tell you how much when she comes on. And by the way, I've forgotten the cheque. It's in my bag over there, and I've got to get someone to bring it to me. My husband can do that. A little black bag, please, Sue. Along with, well, we're going to present a cheque for $13,000 today to Janelle to help all those people that we're working so hard to help. Along with that, we also have $1,100 in tax-deductible donations made by generous supporters to the Opera House, and this brings our annual giving total in 2020, the year of COVID-19, to the grand total of $19,100. Thank you one and all for your support, because we cannot do this without you. Now, if I could just, could you bring the little black baby?
Hello everybody.
It gives me great pleasure to give this cheque for $13,000 today on top of what we've already given to the Opera House. The Ladies Committee would like to just give you a little present from us, because she does such a lot for us behind the scenes. And this is something that's been donated to us, and we know you would love to have.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
And whilst I'm here, I would like to say congratulations, Janelle. I don't want to go off that. That's all right. Jan, could you please come up too? Jan is our very, very hard-working president, and she does a tremendous job. You have got no idea the hours that she has to put in, looking after not only the functions, but reminding people about things that are on at the Opera House. And there are quite a lot of things that we're invited to at the Opera House, and usually it's two people that goes, and usually Jan's one of those people. And she has to send lots and lots of emails around to everyone, and she's just incredibly busy. You have no idea. So the ladies on the committee have gotten together, and we've just put some money, put in little donations ourselves. And we'd just like to give this to Jan as a Christmas present, because we do appreciate her so much.
Can I just reiterate, Jan is amazing. I speak to her on probably every couple of weeks. We have a good 15-minute chat. She knows exactly what every one of the members of the Ladies Committee is up to, and just has her thoughts for the Opera House, but also her thoughts and care for her fellow committee members is incredible, and it's such a joy when I speak to her, so very well deserved. Thank you, Jan. We're very wonderful, both of us. Very mutual. I'm just going to do a quick thank you to everybody, and then I'm going to introduce you. You're very fortunate today, there's two Janelles. We both work at the Opera House, we get confused all the time, but we make it work. But I personally thank you. It's been an incredible year. I don't think we expected the year to be what it was, but it has been. I know the Ladies Committee have been very diligent in having their cups of tea and being very socially distanced most of the time. But no, so the money that you give to support the Ladies Committee comes to the Opera House, and we use it for two purposes, as Sandra was saying, is for our creative learning program, so letting children from disadvantaged families and schools participate in the Opera House. And next year they're going to be back. We've got a whole new creative learning centre which is currently being built. So there'll be lots of programs we'll be able to tell you about next year. And then we also do a lot of programs with our accessibility programs. And Janelle too, as I like to call her, she is going to tell you just a few of the little instances of how the money that you raise throughout the year goes to helping those children. So thank you, Merry Christmas to everybody, and we can't wait to see you back at the house soon.
Hello everyone, can you hear me clearly? It's a good volume. Excellent. Well, Janelle is a hard act to follow, but I'm Janelle. I work in accessibility operations at the Sydney Opera House, so my job is very much involved in the day-to-day of running all the accessibility programs. Now at the Sydney Opera House, we program about 80 shows, events, talks that have an inclusive side so that people living with disability are able to enjoy the culture and arts as much as everybody else. You're going to feel very lucky that I'm not going to list all 80 programs right now, and not one by one anyway. But I want to talk to you about a wombat. That got some attention. There is a beautiful show at the Sydney Opera House next week called Diary of a Wombat. You may know the book. It's a very famous children's book. Now, I am going to be meeting a family at that show, and that family have two lovely children. One who is vision impaired and one who has cochlear implants. So what I'm going to do before that show is we're going to have a private tour. During that tour we're going to do a tactile experience. Does everyone have an idea of what that is, a tactile experience, for those who haven't? So we get props from backstage, things like we might touch the fur of the puppet, we're going to touch a few carrots, we're going to touch material that represents the dirt on the stage. And we're going to describe it to both the children so that they completely understand what they're looking at and what part that plays in the show. So we will do this for them, and then we'll put headphones on them both, and we'll go into the show. One of my amazing staff members is an audio describer. And he will sit in a booth at the back, and he will tell the two children in the show exactly what's going on the stage, visually, during the whole performance. So that's what we do with the funding that comes from amazing organisations like yours. So it allows us to really include that family, which has a really diverse set of accessible needs, and do it with ease and make it a really enjoyable experience so that when they sit there, they're laughing along with everybody else, and when they leave, they have had a great time, just like everybody else who walks out of that theatre. So I want to say thank you so much for your generosity over the year. These are the kind of personal experiences that we're able to provide because of that generosity. So thank you very much.
I just want to let you know that Janelle is the reason that we're all here today, because what she does is what we try and raise funds to allow her to do. So Janelle, thank you very much. Just also to let you know that we have raised an amazing amount of money today. Thank you very much, Linda, because your group there added so much to our raffle. And together with your group and the other people, we have raised $3,000, which is a really good start for next year. Thank you all. Now,
in the middle of your table you will have your Christmas quiz. Now is the time for everybody to have a look and see how your table performed. Did you get them right? Right, here we go. Question 1. When everybody is quiet, one person on the table probably better have a pencil so you can mark to see how you did. So, the celebration of Christmas started in Rome about 336, but it did not become a major Christian festival until the 9th century. This is true. So give yourself a mark. That's the first mark. Well done. Number 2, the legend of Santa Claus. Let's all think about Santa Claus. Turkey. He was born in Turkey. Who got it right? Good. Number 3. It is true, St. Augustine of Canterbury was the person who probably started the widespread celebration of Christmas. Number 4. The first recorded Christmas cards. Now you could see there's a picture of that Christmas card on the top of the paper, so I was playing a trick here. It's false. The first recorded Christmas cards were sent by Michael Mayer to James I of England and his son Henry Frederick, Prince of Wales, in 1611. Isn't that interesting? So, number 5. Oliver Cromwell and the Pilgrims both banned Christmas at one stage. So the answer for number 5 is true. The Pilgrims, the English separatists that came to America in 1620, were even more orthodox in their Puritan beliefs than Cromwell, so both banned Christmas. 6. The first Christmas celebration in Australia, 1788. A was the correct answer. Number 7. Silent Night, first performed on Christmas Eve 1818 in Austria. Well done. Now, a complete change of pace with the reindeers, Santa's reindeers, and the one that was left out was Vixen. Now, I have done some research here, and I believe that an extra reindeer was added called Olive. And so if anybody put Olive, I think we could allow that, but perhaps you didn't know that yourself. Number 9, can you finish the poem? And I'm sure most of you got this right. It was the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Correct. And finally, the 15 Australian Christmas carols were written by W.G. James. Now, I'll give you a moment to add up your totals. Could you put your hand up if your table got 10 out of 10? There's 10 out of 10. Could you stand up, please, for applause? These are the people who, well done. Perfect. And I'm sure the rest of you did almost as well. Now, as we're coming to the end of our wonderful lunch today, I have written a little poem. I've written a little poem about this year, COVID-19, and what it's meant to us and how wonderful it is to come to the end. Now, Jan, our marvellous president, has asked if I could sing it. I was ready to recite it, but I found out that it actually could be sung to Good King Wenceslas. Do we all know that tune? Now, I've got the words, and you are not allowed to sing out, but you could help me along because I'm not Brad Cooper by any means, and you could hum to help me along. So I will sing the words as clearly as I can, and you'll realise when I start how it relates to where we are today and what we hope for. It's been just so marvellous to get together and see you all, to have this wonderful lunch. And wasn't Brad just astonishing? I think, and of course, what a fabulous accompanist he had as well. But I think we're going to hear much more about Brad, don't you? I mean, that is an astonishing voice. Now, having said that, I shouldn't have really said that because I'm about to sing myself, but here we are. He will try. COVID-19, go away, don't come again another day. Social distancing's a pain. We mask, unmask, then mask again. Elbow bumps, no hands we're shaking. Hugs and kisses all forsaking. When, oh, when can we embrace? See our loved ones face to face. But at last it's Christmas time, and all the sparkling lights will shine. Peace and joy and family fun, treats and gifts for everyone. Biggest smiles you've ever seen when we're out of quarantine. So COVID, please just disappear, so the world can enjoy a happy and a healthy new year.
For that. Fortunately for you, I'm not going to sing. We've come to the end of our time here today, and I hope you're feeling as uplifted and as full of the Christmas spirit thanks to our wonderful entertainers and the fact that we are finally here together again. I'd now like to take the unusual step, we've never done this before, of asking all the members of the Ladies Opera House Committee to stand up. I won't name each of them individually. However, this group of amazing, dedicated women have kept the show on the road in 2020, with lots of Zoom meetings, phone calls, emails, and the occasional COVID-safe coffee. The results of their dedication are evident that we're all here today, and this would have to be one of our best events ever. I was going to say finally thanks to our supporters and give you the amount that we've raised today, which is $3,040. Jan beat me to the punch, but I think it's worth another round of applause. Thank you very, very much. Another $10? All right, another $10, thank you. These wonderful ladies, we're currently well underway to planning our events for 2020. And we look forward to seeing you, 2021, and we look forward to seeing you at these events next year. Have a safe and happy Christmas, and thank you all again for your support. Thank you.